a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Snoot Game, Naomi's Game. Or Naomi Game, that's actually what it's called. Well, here I am waiting for Naomi now. I hope I got the right location. Just to be sure, I checked my phone to confirm I somehow didn't get it wrong like a dumbass before looking around again for her. God, I hope this isn't some kind of trick and I'm going to be standing here like an idiot for a day or worse. She's got another girlfriend to set me up with. As if Fang wasn't already enough. A few more minutes pass by, and upon still not seeing any sign of Naomi, I sigh and put my hands in my pocket, watching the other people in the park go about their business. Plenty of couples out and about too. I won't lie, I'm a bit envious. I think back to Fang for a bit. Yeah, that wasn't so bad before. Yeah, it wasn't so bad before Trish turned her stupid, I guess. Having a girlfriend, I mean. While I'm lost in thought, I spot a familiar Parasaurus face making her way towards me at a brisk pace. When Naomi finally reaches me, she's panting and sweating. Sorry. Naomi takes a deep breath of air and wipes her forehead with a fancy handkerchief. Sorry about the tardiness. Mother insisted on knowing where I was going, and she wouldn't leave me alone until I told her every single detail of my planned trip. Geez, knowing what Naomi is like at her most annoying, I don't even want to think about her mom. Must be like, probably way worse. Naomi picks herself up after she catches her breath looking at me. I hope I didn't make you wait too long. Nah, totally fine. Just kind of been standing around for the last 20 minutes making sure I wasn't being set up for some massive prank or something. Naomi seems disappointed by my response, almost as if she felt guilty about my dumb paranoia. It was a joke, sorry. Guess my usual brand of sarcasm isn't the best way to talk to her. It's alright. Naomi lets out a somber sigh. I'm sorry again for making you wait here for me. Now that we're here, though, she looks around as if trying to find something. Did she even have anything planned for us to do out here? I don't really come up with much myself either, to be honest. Well, do you mind much if we just walk around? It'll give us some more time to talk before we do something else, right? Right, just walking. Not my idea of hanging out, but beggars can't be choosers. Naomi and I walk around the park looking around at the sights while we do, trees, people, exciting stuff. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling it'd be something like this. Naomi never really struck me as the fun type, far from it actually. Oh well, it's not like we're on a date, we're just hanging out as new friends. Naomi pauses for a bit looking at the sky. I stop and look up at the same direction. Hey, look at that bird. My admittedly crappy attempt to break the ice catches Naomi's attention as the seagull flies overhead and nearly misses my head when it decides to drop its load. Fucking sky rats. Yep. Naomi giggles at either the circumstance or my reply to said circumstance, apparently finding my misfortune entertaining. Normally I'd be upset at someone laughing at my expense, but this time it really isn't so bad. On the contrary, it's nice to see her not looking so gloomy anymore. That was close, huh? You're lucky they've got terrible aim. I groan in reply to her word, and she laughs some more. She's lucky I'm on my best behavior today, otherwise I'd be making fun of her as well. Weather is so nice today. It's a good day to go out with friends, don't you think? Well, sure, I guess, although I usually end up staying inside playing video games with my online friends. Naomi suddenly frowns at me. You shouldn't spend so much time indoors, it's not healthy. Again with the speaking out loud, stupid brain. I still love that joke. The two of us continue our walk together, eventually coming across a hot dog sales cart with a very loud woman running it, trying to attract customers most likely. Oh, our favorite. The woman smirks at us as we approach, almost as if something is funny to her. Well, ain't you two quite the interesting mismatched couple? I'm caught by surprise by her remark, and it makes Naomi blush. Couple? No, we're not dating. This is just an outing between friends. Naomi quick to deny the raptor's assumption, almost as if it were a knee-jerk reaction. She places a hand on her chest and breathes slowly to calm herself down before she gets any more flustered. Right. Sweetie, I can tell these things from a mile away, you know. You two don't exactly look like the kind of pair that would normally be hanging out without a good reason to be. The hot dog merchant locks eyes with Naomi. Just by looking at your friend here, with that outfit of his, I can tell he's not the type you would be hanging around with unless you were forced to. Ow, motherfucker. She locks eyes with me, her grin growing even larger. And as for you, kiddo, no offense, but your lady friend's way too high class and proper to be an acquaintance of yours. Heck, she looks way out of your league. Bitch. You're right, but bitch. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence, mysterious hot dog lady. If anything, you two give off the vibe that you both were just suddenly smashed together due to circumstances beyond either yours control. It's almost like you both were hanging together because you have no one else but each other left in your lives. Oh my god, their color actually drained. Did I see that right? No, it's just... yeah, actually. Yeah, look at Naomi. That's great. She's got us completely figured out, no denying that. Is it that obvious? Who even is this mysterious hot dog woman? I shake my head to regain my composure, ignoring the food vendor's teasing. Are you one of those psychic types or something? Is this gonna cost money to get you to analyze us like this? The hot dog woman shrugs in reply. Nah, just a hobby of mine, more or less. You meet a lot of people in my line of work, and eventually, it gets easy to see what they got going behind the scenes. But that's not my real job, as you can obviously tell. She motions the hot dog cart with her tongs, tapping the side a couple of times. Can I interest you in some grub? She's still got that smug smile on her face. I really don't understand this lady or her freakish powers of perception. I look over to Naomi, who seems to have become more occupied with the smell of the food rather than the strange magical nonsense this chick's got going on. I guess that's only fair. Oh, hey, that's the same stance that, the bitch from I Want Hug Gator has. We did come here for that, after all. Yeah, just two, please. One regular and with everything for me. And if you've got any of those vegetarian hot dogs, that's what she'll have. Veggie dog. Yes, please. Saleswoman scowls at my request, almost as if it was a personal insult to her, but she obliges my request and goes ahead with the request regardless. She ducks under her cart, pulls out a saucer that looks a bit green and smells decidedly not meat-like, which she puts to cook in its own little corner of the fryer. After a few minutes of cooking, she preps the two dogs and hands them over to us. The excitement in Naomi's face is plainly visible as she inhales the aroma of her hot dog. You two have a nice day now. And think about what I said. You never know what surprises the future will have in store. The lady shoots me a sly wing before spinning her cart in place and heading off in the opposite direction, leaving me and Naomi all alone. Freaking weirdo. Naomi and I dig into our food together at a nearby bench underneath a tree. With the sun already starting to set, it's a nice view of the city from where we're sitting. Naomi sighs, sounding relieved with the way the afternoon went. I'm glad I wasn't totally boring for her. In fact, it was kind of fun just walking around surprisingly. There's an awkward silence for that lasts for a while between us while we eat. Neither one of us say anything to each other. We're just watching the sun set in front of us. It's a bit strange move, but I wasn't really thinking much of it. When I look at Naomi after finishing my food, I notice that she's looking down at the ground, not paying attention to anything going on around her. Is she back in the mood from the last couple of days? Naomi, you okay? She doesn't look up. Yes, I'm fine, it's just... She sighs again. I don't really know how to feel. I'm still broken up with what happened with Nazar, you know? I haven't even told my parents yet. I had to make up an excuse for who I was meeting today. Kind of curious what their reaction would be if they knew their perfect daughter was hanging out with a loser like me. Naomi starts to look like she's getting a bit upset. And it feels like I haven't really had anyone to talk to about this or my feelings. Most people don't like me. I don't even know what I've done wrong to make everyone hate me so much. You're a bitch and a manipulator. I can think of some things using my own reasons, for example. Now, definitely not the best time to interject with personal attacks, though, so I keep my mouth shut. I do everything, the most I can, just to try to get everyone to be happy, so maybe they'll accept me as the person that I am, and it seems like the more I give, the worse it gets. I feel so alone in the world, Anon. I'm not even really sure what I am anymore, nor where I should go. Honestly, I don't think I've ever really put much thought into the way Honestly, I don't think I've ever really put much thought into the way Naomi feels until now. With the way I viewed her, she was always the perfect girl who was always the bullshit kind of fake happy, who didn't seem like she had any issues in her life and nothing to worry about because she had her perfect boyfriend and was better off mentally and financially than someone like me. At the end of the day, though, she's still a person with feelings and everything. Nope, still a bitch. I don't think I ever fully realized that before seeing her like the way things had been. Okay. I put my hand on Naomi's back, which makes her tense up a bit from being caught by surprise. Hey, it's alright. You've got someone to talk to now, right? I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere until you are. Partially because I don't really want to walk most of the way home alone at night, but still. I honestly misjudged you, Naomi. I always thought you were some perfect plastic princess who didn't have a single trouble in her life. But with all this shit going on now, I can see that you've got a side you don't really show to anyone. Naomi seems taken aback at what I'm saying, almost as if it's sparking a thought in her mind. And I guess that's what everyone else sees too. They don't see the real Naomi, just the kind of image that you show everybody. She starts to, but suddenly stops. She still looks upset, but I can tell that my words were helping in a small way. I give her a reassuring smile, and she smiles right back at me. Yes, thank you, you're right. I never really gave that much thought before. I was so occupied with getting better scores, becoming the perfect student council president that everyone loves, that I wasn't able to see that I had been alienating people more and more. No wonder why they all seem to hate me if I can't even recognize that much. Even Nazer got tired of it eventually. Hey, that's not right either. Nazer's got a lot of stuff going on in his life. You shouldn't entirely blame yourself for what happened. It's just a lot of stuff happening all at once. I don't think he hates you or anything. He just needs some time to properly think things over. Easy for me to say. She probably knows more about what happened during the breakup than I do, but I might as well try to reassure her. She seems to think about what I just said, although I can't tell what conclusion she came to. Still, though, why wasn't it good enough? Why was I not doing enough? Am I not doing nearly as well as I thought I was? Holy shit, stop overthinking. Naomi lets out a groan. I was so sure that if I was perfect, everyone would love me and stop ignoring me like they used to. Instead, I ended up turning everyone against me. Where did I go wrong? I sigh, looking in Naomi's eyes. Look, Naomi, it's not all about being perfect or anything. No one's going to like a fake person who isn't true to who they actually are, especially when they try too hard to make people like them. I've been through a few personality shifts myself, so I know what it's like, trying to look cool so that everyone else will think I'm cool. I cringe a bit thinking about how the movie I saw the other day made me want to imitate the main character and be just like him before realizing how fucking stupid that would be. You'd be better off just being Naomi instead of whatever it is you were thinking that you needed to be. Get what I mean? My words seemed to spark a revelation in Naomi's head, almost as if she had never actually considered what I've just told her a possibility before. Jeez, she's worse off than I thought if she truly thought that her fake princess act was going to get anyone to actually like her. Even Nazer seemed pretty tired of it when I first met the two of them. I guess no one ever really had the balls to say what I'm now telling her either. but I doubt she really talked to anyone in any serious capacity besides Nazer, and even that seemed like it was just her speaking while he pretended to listen. I think you might be right, Anon. There was a time where I was somebody completely different. Back then, I was a nobody and no one really paid any attention to. I always thought that side of me was weak, someone who would have been so much better. Naomi reminisces for a bit in her head. I honestly do wonder what she was like before I got to meet the present Naomi. But back then, even though no one paid attention to me, I did have friends. I was happy. Now, though, I don't have anyone. She looked down again. The problem the whole time was how I made myself look to everyone else. I see. Think you're going to be all right, Naomi? I keep my hand on her back for support before noticing we were sitting pretty close together. I instinctively back away a bit, which makes Naomi laugh. Yes, I think so, Anon. Thank you for listening to me. I think I really needed to hear what you had to say. I misjudged you as well. I never knew how good of a person you could be, or that you would be so much valuable insight in my predicament. Well, I did play a lot of those dating sim games. I guess those accounts for something when it comes to social skills after all. Those idiots on the boards who's laughing now. I don't think I've shown this side of me to anyone in a long time. I was so convinced that I had to be strong and that I didn't want to show emotions to anyone. I'm gonna take a drink. One moment, Anon. Okay, there we go. But now I realize that it was a mistake. Hiding the real me from everyone won't do any good. Even if most people still won't acknowledge me, it's better than everyone hating me, right? I nod, glad to see that Naomi finally understands what I was saying. I'm honestly surprised I haven't spurged out and ruined this whole thing somehow. I think this went over pretty well, all things considered. The sun finally sets as Naomi and I finish talking, and the two of us stand up from the park bench. Well, Anon, thank you again for hearing me out, and for your advice. I really appreciate having you to talk to, really. I haven't felt like I could really express myself in the longest time. It's nice to having someone I don't need to feel like I need to impress. I guess sometimes it pays off to be one of the lesser guys in the world, but that's probably not quite what she meant. Maybe we could do this again sometime? I mean, only if you don't mind. I don't want to force you to spend time with me. I let out a soft laugh. Yeah, I think I'd like that. The two of us smiled at each other again before making our way away from the park. Whee! We eventually split off to go to our prospective houses, but only after I assure Naomi that I'll be fine the rest of the way from where we split up. Skid Row is bad, but I've gotten more or less used to the streets around it by now, thanks to all the walking I do to get to school on the daily. When I finally make my way to my apartment, I crash into a bed after taking off my clothes and showering. Though a part of me wants to do something else, I find myself staring at the ceiling again and thinking about everything that had happened earlier in the day. It's a weird mixture of feelings, but they're all good feelings, such as happiness and not really feeling like I'm all alone anymore after a fight I had with Fang. Spending time with Naomi today was really great, better than I ever could have expected it to be even. If it also helped Naomi after all, it makes me happy too. I can definitely see myself hanging out with her more in the future for sure. Yeah, that'll be nice. Oh, so it's just the demo. Cool. That was fun. So I don't know when the full game's gonna be out. I like that. There's no bonus chapters, obviously, but that's a nice little one. So guys, I will see you next time for another Snoot mod. See you guys then. Bye.